Hey everybody, welcome back to Magic Orthodoxy. My name's David and this is a Magic Review. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for being here. We got another Magic Review for you. This one from Jaime Dawes. If you don't know, Jaime's done a lot of the more spooky, more macabre, more kind of haunted style of magic. And so if that's the kind of magic style you're into, you should definitely check out Jaime Dawes. He's got a whole bunch of titles like this. I know Deceased is a do as I do packet trick. Reviewed that, I think, a couple years ago, and still one of my favorite packet tricks that is a do as I do, with a great ending. So I think I've even bought that trick twice. So I had 2 copies of Deceased. So I liked it that much. He was gracious enough to send me a nice big box of several of his releases, and I've been methodically going through them slowly so that I could have time to really digest his material. This one is 1 hour and 6 minutes. So 1 hour and 6 minutes. This is the Artefact from Jaime Dawes. All right, the Artefact. What is it? This is a book test. It's kind of like a spooky / seance style book test where you're not reading the spectator's mind to get the word. It's almost like there's a spirit, right, or a child that's revealing the word to you. So you have several postcards, and they all come from like a institute or a museum where different artifacts are kept at the museum, and you ask the spectator to pick one of those artifacts. And then on that postcard, there's a little write-up about the artifact. And then you say, okay, so in the write-up, I want you to pick a word. So they pick a word. And then it's between you and the spirit that kind of inhabits that artifact that you end up revealing the word. And he'll even teach you a kicker ending where you not only reveal the word, but then you also show that that was the only postcard they could have picked. So it's a nice little out at the end. All right, so $40. Let's say you pay your $40 and you purchase Artefact. What are you going to get? You get the 7 postcards, okay? 7 postcards, everything's beautifully printed, okay? You get a custom bookmark, and the bookmark will end up being your crib should you need it, but you don't need it. There's a gimmicked envelope that Jaime designed, which is a beautiful envelope. You'll get some certificates that kind of authenticate the various artifacts. You're basically getting everything you need. Is it what I thought? I didn't really even know what to think with this one. I hadn't heard that much about it, but watching it and reading the ad copy, I mean, I think it even does say that it's kind of like a book test. So I just figured it would have some book test familiarness to it, and it does. So if you're already familiar with other book tests, there's several different methods, but this is certainly one of them. It's a standard method, and so I think that's also going to work to your favor because then you can adapt it, right? You don't have to do it exactly like Jaime does, and I would encourage you not to, right? Always create your own routine that works the best for you. It is well made. I'll say that. It is well made. Everything's printed on nice gloss, really heavy cardstock. Feels like postcards, like what they should. The bookmark looks and feels like what it should. They're all paper products, and so everything's well made. As far as the overall quality and production value of the video, like I said, right? 1 hour and 6 minutes. There's 2 main camera shots. It's either Jaime talking directly to the camera, which is like a shoulder and above shot, and then there's an over-the-table shot where you see his hands, and there is no music. As far as what he's going to teach you, you'll get an intro. He'll cover what's in the box. He'll go over some setup, and then the method. And then you'll get a performance, and that comes in right at the 30-minute mark. So you really don't even see the trick until you're 30 minutes into the video. He talks about the different ways you can present this. And if you are familiar with book tests, like I said, I think the materials he gives you allows you to craft a performance that's going to work for you. Jaime does it as kind of a spiritual seance, and he offers some performance tips on that style. And then he walks through the kicker ending where the spirit divines in advance which postcard your spectator would have picked and how you can make that a revelation. Pocket space, everything's parlor sized, I would say. You know how we have these steps of size of card, and so we have poker cards and we say this is close up, and then we have a little bit bigger than that, more of a postcard shape. We say this is parlor shape. I say these are parlor sized cards, but they certainly would work as close up, right? I mean, they're postcards, and it probably would work better as close up, just so that everybody can see all the props. But I do think it would work parlor for sure, especially if you had maybe a large board where you could write the word out and everybody could be, you know, together on it. I don't know that everybody in the audience needs to see every postcard, but because the idea is the magician doesn't know what postcard is chosen. So if the magician doesn't know, you know, the audience doesn't need to know. All the audience needs to see is your revelation and how you reveal it. How are the angles? There's no angles. There's no angles to this, and it's not difficult to do as far as sleights and difficulty. Like I said, there's no sleights. This is a book test, and so yes, there are several words. There's 12 words in total that it could be, and you could memorize those 12 words. There's some more things that you would need to commit to memory, and that's why Jamie includes the bookmark. It's there for you as a crib. It's a nice safety net, you know, if you want to rely on it that way, and that's going to help you out. But I think once you get your glimpse of your crib, once you know your keyword, the rest of it just plays out through drama. It's just your acting abilities. Setup and reset. There's some folding at the beginning. Because he's giving you all paper products, you're going to create some predictions that are going to go into the envelope, and those just require folding them exactly the way he wants you to. But beyond some simple paper folding, everything's ready to go. Positives. All right, so what are the positives to the Artefact? Jamie's created a really spooky way to do a book test, right? And kind of a more, this isn't mind reading, because usually book tests come across as mind reading or maybe like, you know, body language reading. This comes across more as seance style. Like he even offers that you could do this with a pendulum or you could do this with a Ouija board. Negatives, I think the only negative with this one for me was, and you know what, this isn't just this video. I've seen this a lot in magic videos where the magician starts explaining everything before he's even shown you the trick, right? I was 30 minutes into the video and I still don't know how the trick goes, right? And I think part of the fun for magicians is we also like to watch magic and we also like to appreciate magic. So sometimes I think it's nice to show us the trick first so we know what it's supposed to look like. And then you go into the explanation so that when we're watching the explanation, we know how the pieces fit. It's harder, I think, to watch an explanation without knowing how the trick goes because we don't know how what you're telling us fits into the larger puzzle. And so I think that's just my tips and advice for future magic video creators. And that's everything I can say about the Artefact Jaime Dawes. I hope that I've shed some light on perhaps a trick you didn't know was even out there, giving you some ideas perhaps if you were thinking about purchasing this. And if that's the case, then do me a favor. Hit like, hit subscribe, hit follow, hit all the social media buttons. That really helps me out a lot. I'm trying to hit my goal of 50,000 subscribers this year, and you guys can be a part of it. You guys can help. Promise you we will do a big, huge, fantastic giveaway when we hit 50K. So you probably want to stick around for that. And I really want to thank Jaime Dawes for allowing me to have this effect so that I could do the review for you. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey, would you like to learn a magic trick? You would? Did you know I have a second channel? That's right. I have a second channel where I teach beginning level magic tricks. Magic Channel Card Tricks is a place that you can go to learn tricks with ordinary items you can find around the house. Paper clips, rubber bands, pens, and of course, decks of cards. I teach beginning level card tricks, simple card forces that anybody could learn. I also review magic kits. So if you go buy a magic kit from the store, your local Walmart or Target, or you get a magic kit for Christmas, I'll go over exactly what's inside. And I'll even teach you how to perform with some of those tricks that you get inside those kits. Plus, I'm even gonna give you video instruction to very simple, very inexpensive tricks that you can pick up at your favorite magic store. Sometimes you get those tricks and the instructions are just on a tiny little piece of typewritten paper and you have no idea how to do that trick. Don't throw that trick away. Don't put it in a box. Come back to Magic Channel Card Tricks and I will teach you how to use that trick as well. Or maybe you're not a beginner. Maybe you're not a beginner, but maybe you have a niece or a nephew or a little brother or sister that you could share this channel with them. This is a great, safe place, kid-friendly, where they can learn beginning level magic. Make sure you head on over to Magic Channel Card Tricks, give my videos a like, subscribe to that channel. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for being a part of Magic Orthodoxy.